In a town where there's a significant military presence, this was a significant message of intent from the Democratic frontrunner. Hillary Clinton's team billed this as an address on national security. What it was an attack on Donald Trump.
Donald Trump's ideas aren't just different, they are dangerously incoherent. They're not even really ideas, just a series of bizarre rants, personal feuds, and outright lies.
She criticised his position on the NATO alliance, his suggestion Muslims should be temporarily banned from entering the US, and his idea that Japan, South Korea, or even Saudi Arabia could obtain nuclear weapons.
Making Donald Trump our commander-in-chief would be a historic mistake.
Trump has repeatedly criticised Hillary Clinton for her time in charge at the US State Department and her role during the attacks in Benghazi.
Remember the famous phone call? At 3 o'clock in the morning, she'll answer the call. Guess what? She was sleeping.
And even taken the attacks from her Democratic rival and used them against her.
She's not qualified because she has bad judgment. Now, who said that? Bernie Sanders said it about Hillary.
One expert says the Clinton attacks are aimed at one of Trump's biggest weaknesses.
I think that the voters who may be swayed by something like Benghazi probably weren't going to vote for Clinton anyway. So that seems like maybe not as good of an attack for Trump.
The timing of this attack is interesting, coming just a couple of days after a new poll suggested more Americans would rather have Hillary Clinton in charge of US foreign policy than Donald Trump. She highlighted many of his statements from the past and how she felt these would play out in the real world. This, she said, showed that Donald Trump was unqualified to be president. But this was also an appeal to some moderate Republicans, those who have been uncomfortable with the idea of Donald Trump being the candidate and who are more uncomfortable with the thought of him being in charge here at the White House.
Thank you all very much.
The Clinton campaign is expected to keep up the pressure on Trump on foreign policy, pushing him, testing him, and hoping this is an area which will help them eventually defeat him.